Huh? There we
There
go.
you
We back. It's your boy G, along with Alec, another episode of 6300. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Also, make sure you continue to follow us on Alex Twitch Report across all platforms. A lot of great stuff going on there. A lot of great content going on those pages each week. Make sure to subscribe to the show. Plenty of stuff going on as you guys are seeing going on across LA, and we make sure we cover it all on that page. So make sure you're tapped into it. So a lot of fun stuff going on right now, as you guys see. Plenty to talk about USC and SC, the South Carolina that we just went down.
Right.
Both games we won't talk about all of that. Lakers game tonight. Clippers just played versus the Bucks. A lot of stuff going on across LA. The draft, combine just wrapped up and all of that. So plenty of topics to get to, and excited to jump into it all. Alec, you said you had a comment you wanted to you had before we started again.
Yeah. Hey. First of all,
Oh no!
I just want to wish everyone a belated happy International Women's Day.
Oh my God!
Um, it was just this past Friday, so to all the women out there, just happy International Women's Day. Uh, that was on behalf of me and LeBron James.
Yeah,
Uh,
y'all are sick, man. All right, we gonna get into that part a whole lot more later on. But somewhat not around for real. Seriously,
yeah,
I was looking at women and seeing what they're doing on the court right now.
absolutely. They were
USC,
cooking.
like we just talked about, it just wrapped up the Pac-12 tourney, beating Stanford 74-61, and an impressive victory. Juju Watkins didn't ball out as
She
we
got
had
clamped.
seen, and she got clamped a whole lot. Never said we're gonna do the boxing one. Essentially, we're gonna shut her
And
down.
then the doubles, and yeah.
Rest of y'all cooked, and so be it. And that's actually the plan that worked out. Did you watch the game, and what were your thoughts on USC still finding a way to win without Juju balling as she usually does?
I did. This is the first one of USC's I've actually watched in full, and I thought it was a really great game. I
Hey,
loved that the refs. What is that?
so you late?
Yeah, I am. But I like that the refs let them play physically, like throughout the entire game. They pretty much swallowed the whistle. Like they could have called some stuff, honestly,
Mhm.
a little bit more, but they were letting the ladies play. As you said, yeah. Juju got clamped in this one. I think she was like 2 for 15. But she still found a way to make an impact and uh find shooters. Mackenzie Forbes was huge in this game. I believe she had 24. Padilla was hitting a couple threes out there. She was able to find shooters and find players who they kept calling them the nerds because they were the grad transfers from the Ivy Leagues.
Uh,
But she was able to find her teammates and they got her across the finish line. I mean, she pretty much has got them there for most of the season. But they helped to get USC across the finish line and put forth a great effort against a really good Stanford team led by Cameron Brink, and got a pretty commanding W in the end. So it
Yeah,
was a great
very,
game.
very impressive. Salute to them. Love what I saw from them. We talked about heading into it, just how competitive the Pac-12 was, and for USC and Juju to lead the way on that Trojan squad and get the victory of the championship this today. Excuse me. Definitely was impressive, and yeah, salute to them for what they were able to pull off. Folks had there were a lot of names we talked about with Stanford and Colorado and others that were highly ranked, and we thought would put up good fights. And for USC to come out victorious in the end is an impressive feat. I think they can carry this over into an impressive NC tournament run, or you think that one of the Pac-12 squads might catch them over there instead?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it helps when you have arguably probably the second best player in college basketball for USC in
Mhm.
Juju. Obviously, she had an off night today, but I mean, she had that off night because they approached it differently. She had 51 against them the
Yeah,
previous matchup,
exactly.
so they're like, "We're not letting you do that again, sister." So, but yeah, I think having her at the head is going to be huge for USC, making a tournament run. I don't know quite how deep it goes because there are some really good teams in
Yeah.
women's college basketball, but they're one of them. They're one of the cream of the crop. So I do believe that they will make a run, and I think it'll be in exciting fashion as well. So I'll definitely be tuned in for USC hoops in this tournament.
Yep, definitely gonna check that out. Excited for it. We'll see what kind of run they make. Folks are live as we mentioned before. We live on Twitch, we live on YouTube, live on Twitter as well. Folks all over are giving comments and things, and yeah, just a lot of good stuff we're seeing across LA. Excited to see how Duke continue to lead this squad for an impressive run there. So good stuff on that regard. On the other side, you saw the USC men play versus
I did.
Arizona yesterday too.
I
What
did.
was it like watching the Trojans get that victory? Also,
Yeah, it was a bit of a shock. I guess you could call it a little bit of a trap game for Arizona coming in there after
Mhm.
clinching against UCLA the 2 nights before. and USC on their senior night had a little something extra to play for, a little pride, because obviously I think they were 13 and 17 going into this game, so
Yeah.
they're not going to have tournament play. That might not even have NIT tournament play. I don't know, but this is kind of the last hurrah for those seniors beyond the Pac-12 tourney. So they had some pride, and they played well defensively against Arizona. Arizona just lacked a little bit of composure. They lacked I don't know. The execution just was not there for them throughout the game.
Hmm.
They were just sloppy. It felt like I don't know if they went out a little bit in LA to celebrate over the weekend a little bit on Friday night, but
a little ahead of themselves. Oh well.
Caleb Love played the worst game of basketball I've ever seen him play in his career. He had the first layup and then did not score for the rest of the game. He was 1 for 10 with 5 turnovers. And then Boswell himself was like 2 for 9 with 3 turnovers. So it was a rough outing from our guards, and USC took advantage. And salute to them. They played a solid game of basketball for sure.
Does what you saw concern you about Arizona making a run in the NCAA tournament? Okay.
It does, because I already had a little bit of concern just coming off the last couple early exits we've had, losing to Princeton last year in the first round, losing to Buffalo a couple years ago. We've seen them lose to some 15s and some 16s.
Right.
So I'd like to see them fine-tuning themselves and coming into the tournament hot. So hopefully in the Pac-12 tourney, we can get back to Arizona basketball the way we know. But I am a little bit concerned if the guards are going to be a little inconsistent out there. We need them to play well, because that was kind of our Achilles heel in the tournament last year. So I expect Caleb Love to have better showings. He's the Pac-12 player of the year, and he's got that for a reason. So I expect him to not play like that again. But I am a little bit concerned, because Arizona's been a little bit of a frustrating team, to where like some nights they look like the best team in the country, and then other nights they look similar to how they did against USC. So a little bit concerned, but they have been the best team in the Pac-12. So hopefully they can win this Pac-12 tourney too.
Yeah, hope you're right. As we talked about, though we are all LA, we are also AZ guys, and definitely salute our Wildcats over there, and hope they have a successful run. And we'll be tuned into all of it as it plays out. With that, going back to the game last night, you were able to see a little bit of Bronny. How did Bronny look in person? He had a good showing. And what were your thoughts? Getting a chance to see him live.
Yeah, they said LeBron's in the doghouse after that clip. But yeah, Bronny, not extremely impressive in that game. I think he had 5 points. He had a kind of a run out dunk, and then he had a nice like step back 3 before the half. Kind of capped off a nice half from USC. But yeah, he didn't show a whole lot in that game. He kind of faded into the background of that game. It was more Rodman Jr. and I think Johnson as well, and a little bit of Boogie Ellis. But yeah, Bronny didn't show me a whole lot in that game. I think it just added more to the fact that I think he needs a little bit more seasoning. He needs a little bit more in the college game. He's still coming off the bench as well too.
Yeah.
But we shall see what LeBron and company decide in terms of him going to the draft. But yeah.
Yeah, we'll continue to root for him and hope for the best for him there. I am up north in Sacramento at the moment, as I've mentioned a couple of times now, and I was able to watch the CIF championship games. And there was a kid for the Harvard Westlake who played in the Open Championship at the end of the night, named I think it was Trenton Perry. My apologies if I got that wrong, but he was one of the guards for Harvard Westlake, and he's committed to USC. And I saw he put a pretty impressive performance. We'll also be interested to see how things translate. He definitely knew how to take advantage of guys on a high school level for sure, and seeing how they translate to the college game. I'd love to see how USC develops him potentially alongside Bronny there too. So help is on the way for him, and excited to see how he grows with that too. So yeah, we'll continue to cover it all. Excited for what's going on with USC on both sides, and then we'll get to football later on for a whole nother conversation. But fun stuff here, and yeah, excited for what's on the way. So good stuff with USC. Going back kind of to where we started. Good stuff with USC, and I was going on here to the other SC. There was a big fight that just went down in regards to South Carolina and LSU. Did you see that fight go down a little while ago?
I did. I was watching that game as well too, and I was like, "Oh man, they're getting after it over here." There was some real contact going on in that fight.
About the stands, all types.
Yeah. LSU player's brother jumping over the stands. That was It was electric, I guess you could say,
Yep.
in that game. Hotly contested, of course. These are SEC foes, and the cream of the crop of SEC and cream of the crop in college women's college basketball as a whole. So there's contention there. They really get after it, and it started to get physical late. We had a few ejections,
Hmm.
players coming off their benches too.
Right.
And I believe Cordoso is going to be like out for
Well, the
the
first
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 game
game
of,
of the
of the
tournament, yeah,
tournament
'cause-
now, so that's a tough blow. They should
yeah.
be able to weather the storm, but that's tough. But yeah, that was they were getting after it for sure.
Yeah. Hey, listen, minus the fight at the end. We don't want to see people fighting on any level.
Right.
But like when it's within the bounds of the game, listen, hating sports is beautiful to see. I'm all for it. I love what was going down. Seeing those two that were pictured going at it all game long was amazing, and seeing how the rest of the team echoed that, minus the grand moment that we had, was great to see there. So yeah, love to see that. We talked about for a little while ago, just continue to highlight women's sports and how can folks continue to tune in and more reasons to have that the more reasons just to tune in and see what's going on. They have a great energy in the sport right now, a lot of passion across the board, and we saw that on a great display today. So excited to see. Hopefully, we get a rematch of them in some kind of way. And yeah, I'm gonna be locked in for the women's side for sure this year. A lot of good stuff going on over there.
Yeah, the women's game. Honestly, it's been way more exciting than the men for me, to be honest, this year. Probably for a lot of people. I sent you the tweet where it was like they're talking about women's hoops in the barbershop now. We've come a long way. I respect it. I'm happy for it because the women been balling this year, and I'm glad they're getting their due shine.
Yeah, and real quick, as we kind of talk about with USC and the game they just played as well, just on both sides, even without the antics, the games themselves were great. They both were hooping. It was a competitive game down to the wire. Obviously, we saw the last 2 minutes win because Iraq got thrown out, but it was really a fun game. And yeah, just whether you want to watch it for the stars which they have, or some of the other things that they're being added to it as folks are as the game is finally getting highlighted as it should. Yeah, it's definitely worth your watch. And the women's tournament definitely is going to be a fun one this season. And yeah, we'll be locked into it all and covering things as it plays out. So we'll leave it at that for right now. Anything else you want to say about what's going on over there?
No, we can get back to Mr. International Women's Day.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
I already covered it, man. I mean, if you want me to get back in that zone, I can get back in that zone if you want me to. I don't have any milk around me, I guess. I don't have Jeannie Buck around me, but yeah. LeBron was in game mode. He took the night off, but he was still in game mode.
Listen, sure. Man, LeBron is still in his prime. He still got it.
They said this is another notch in his belt for the GOAT debate. We've never seen Jordan acting like this. We've seen the He Got Game poster or He Got Game picture as well with with Ray Allen. Yeah, man. Braun's been making waves over the weekend, and that's why it looks like Braun is in the doghouse with Savannah.
Yeah, exactly. See, he's on. Where'd this picture go? Hold on. Oh, where am I at?
My goodness, Rambis was all over him, man. They were foaming at the mouth.
Yeah, you know that look. You on timeout, sir. A little too much. You know what that is. All the changes off. No shades.
No, he came Kobe to the game for sure.
Oh my gosh, ridiculous. But I'm seeing, I guess, on the flip was something I wanted to get to. Seeing how much she is loved by Jeannie, seeing how much she is loved by the staff, I guess I'll say, within the Lakers organization. Do you think that will continue to, I guess, what we talked about in regards to his extension? You think that will that kind of confirms that he's going to get a nice deal this offseason?
I think Jeannie's gonna give him whatever he wants.
Pretty much.
I'm scared. I'm scared that he's gonna get that $60 million, man. I mean, obviously, like he is LeBron James, he is the arguable GOAT, but man, like at age 39, if he wants 2 or 3 more years, playing into his early 40s, taking up $60 million of the cap space. I know the cap's gonna go up a little bit, but it just feels like it's gonna handicap us a little bit in terms of roster flexibility. So I hope we can bring him back just on a team-friendly type of deal for that max superstar level player. because 60 mil is a lot of money for a
I think
four-year-old.
as you said, AD is going to be somewhere near
He's
that
gonna
as
be
well
close to
himself.
62, yeah.
With those guys up there, I know them continue to expand, and I'm sure there's going to be some TV deals that are going to help expand the salary cap and all of that, whatever on the grand scale. But just what we know right now, I don't know how much money is going to be able to spend beyond them two if Bron is already positioning himself right now as he is to get top dollar, get again. So yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, the team doesn't fall into the trap. It looks like somebody already maybe there, but yeah, we'll see how things play out with our Lakers going forward. Another thing with him that I will say is we posted a clip last week about LeBron being a top 5 Laker all time on LA Sports Report for those that are tuned in on our IG, and all the comments were no,
hell no, yeah,
hell no, we ain't doing it, we ain't buying it. He ain't even better than Van Exel. There's all kinds of stuff.
That's crazy,
comments, bro. So my question just is, do you think we'll ever get to a moment where Bron will be fully embraced by LA?
Yeah, I think it'll definitely take a non-bubble championship. Like he's got to get another title in LA, like we talked about. LA City of Champions, Lakers known for winning titles. We're at 17. So if he wins another one, I think it'll definitely help his case in the eyes of Lakers fans. But to fully embrace, that's really tough because obviously it's a Kobe town. Like Staples is the house that Kobe built. Like it or not, like there was a rivalry there. As much respect as they had for each other, the brothers they were, there's a rivalry there for their fans. So it's gonna be hard for Lakers fans, longtime Lakers fans at least, not the bronsexuals that joined the trade.
Correct.
It's gonna be hard to fully embrace LeBron. But I think another title would definitely go a long way in terms of like cementing him as a Laker great. Because he's of course an all-time great and an NBA great, but as a Laker great, like another title.
Yeah, definitely agree with you there. Also, I think even with the bubble championship being as it was, and we have our debates about the validity of that, whatever the case, a big part which he even petitioned for himself was just the fact that we didn't get a parade. The fact he didn't even get to go through LA and show off to LA that, hey, I'm really with y'all and I want a championship. I'm here with you guys and have that moment celebrated. I think that played a big part into why folks still beyond what you see in the pictures here feel the way that they do. So we'll see. To the point that to the question, I don't think he'll ever be fully embraced, but I think he can get closer than where he is right now. A lot of folks still feel heavily about him in this purple and gold, and I think he can continue to win fans over, as we just talked about him potentially being here for a few more years. It appears. So we'll see about that, and
I do.
We have some success that allows him to get that embrace that he may be desiring. So getting these interesting times ahead for us as things play out. So
for sure.
Good stuff there. I
was gonna say I do understand the pushback, like in the comments and everything. Like I remember when he first got here, there was already a mural going up already with him crowned, and people were talking about he's the greatest Laker of all time already before he even stepped on the floor. It's like, guys, like we've had plenty of Lakers players who have won 5+ titles already, like for the Lakers. Like y'all need to relax. These new LeBron fans, these transplant Laker fans need to relax. It's gonna be hard for you to be an all-time Laker without multiple rings in LA. So he's got time to get there, but full embrace. I don't know.
Full might not be possible, but he definitely can continue to get more love here as things play out. So we'll be tuned into it. Excited for that. Talking about Laker greats in a way. Have you seen the trend going on right now about we done with the 90s?
Yeah, it's been nasty out there on social media. Too many like 17-year-olds critiquing the old eras, man.
Folks are coming out saying Jordan isn't actually as good as folks of the past claim him to be, and that he actually didn't have the well-rounded game that I thought we saw him have when he was playing back in the day.
Said he had no left hand and all that.
And that we're over the glorification of the 90s for the basketball that it was in comparison to where we are now. Which I think there are levels to it, and that we can acknowledge where we have come from there, because it now has been like 30 years. So parts of that there has been growth in the game, but to completely look back and say, "Oh, these guys are trash now," I think again the pendulum swings too much with folks with guys like LeBron and MJ. It's always these grand statements about it's either you love them or you completely hate them, and you got to choose a side. And I think right now the haters are out in droves trying to make their case, and it's been funny to see. So yeah, any further thought on that?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's the danger of comparing different eras of basketball to each other. Because obviously, as you said, like the game has evolved, and you should want the game to evolve. Like you should want
Mm,
the game to get better over the years, and the talent to get improved and skill improved. And it's funny because I was kind of on the opposite end of the spectrum, having this debate with my boss
uh-huh.
earlier this week because he's like 50 or so, 50 plus,
Yeah.
and he was kind of hating on the younger, newer generation of this era of basketball, and
Hmm.
saying that like their game wouldn't be able to like adapt as well to the older, like slower '90s pace, in the scoring. Like I think I told you and Matt, like he was like SGA would average 15 points, like in the older era. I was like,
No,
I don't know, man. But yeah, on the opposite end, like I think we need to respect the '90s and older eras a little bit more, man, because
right.
obviously it was a different time and it was a different game. Uh, but these guys like one like they didn't have the same tools and training like, that we
Hmm.
have in this era. And maybe some of the athleticism wasn't as grand as we see in this era too, but they like laid the foundation for like what we have now. Like a lot of guys emulated their games off of these guys that we saw play in the '90s and earlier. So to completely discredit them because you watched a couple games on YouTube and now feel like you're an authority on the entirety of the '90s
I will
is
say,
ridiculous.
even to your point where you said a few games, there are guys that are on TikTok or whatever claiming to at least go through a lot of guys' games and they're watching all
Yeah,
the playoff games and things. But I think they're taking a lot of context even in doing so. They make it
correct.
strictly just numbers and here's what's going on when we have to acknowledge what the game was back in the day. And again, just the growth from where it was before that. Because the same way you can say the 90s are today, you can say the 90s are trash. The guys in the 90s were saying, oh yeah, the guys back in the 70s were no good, and the game evolved since then
Yeah,
too. So it's all connected as this game continues to grow and move into the era that it's in now and where it's headed. So yeah, I think that yeah, just the haters again are just
right,
out hard, they're trying hard to pick their narrative, and
right.
it's working for the moment for some.
I know. Like as NBA fans, like, can we enjoy the game of basketball, please? Like, this is the only major sport where we get like fans and old heads like talking about younger players not being able to cut it in their era and vice versa. And like this is the only sport where we get like guys hating on different eras and fans hating on the players like to put their player that they love and prop them up. Like, can we please just enjoy the game of basketball again?
And
Like,
it
Jesus.
almost feels like the troll went too far. Like for a while, it felt like we wanted to celebrate guys of the past, and
Yeah.
the young kids were like, "Okay, here we go, celebrating Elgin Baylor again. Can
He
we
was
move on
playing
to the
against
new era?"
plumbers and yeah.
And wow, and it was a troll at first, but now
Yeah.
folks are like really believing like that's how they think.
Yeah.
And when we really should have moments where we still continue to look back and see and praise the guys that paved the way to where we are now. I think even as, for example, a guy like I think it was Oscar Robinson is damn near on every time somebody breaks a stat. Oscar Robinson is still somewhere in that top five amongst them.
Yeah.
Guys in the past were putting up crazy games during their heyday as well that are so comparable to what we see the game being now. So I want to continue to praise them. And yeah, we can maybe praise them too much. Maybe another
Sure.
discussion, but to switch that and say let's start hating on them, I think is wrong as well. So still we're on that middle ground in this social media era. Middle ground isn't really a real thing, so it is what it is. But yeah, want to work back towards that some kind of
Yeah.
way as
Let's
this
all
discussion goes on.
let's all be more like Allen Iverson. Like every time I see him, he's always like complimenting like this era of
They
players
even
and
saying he
saying they're
wasn't
better.
as good as he was. So they even the
Ridiculous,
guys, distant
ridiculous,
guys,
man.
they try and come out for it.
Hey,
So yeah.
we got to cut off teenagers' Wi-Fi, man. Like,
Just for a little while. My God. But yeah, interesting stuff going on right now. Somewhat of a flip of the question to kind of get back to LA and our Lakers squads and what's going on right now in a way. Which past Lakers team would do best today? Do you think the Showtime Lakers would do best in this era? Do you think that Kobe and Shaq team would do if they were playing today? Would be the best of the bunch? Like which past Lakers team do you think would do best in today's era?
I mean, I was gonna say I feel like the answer is kind of obvious, right? Because one team has probably the most dominant physical force
Sure,
ever. But
sure.
I do like the question because of how Showtime era Lakers played, like their style
Mhm.
of play. I think that style of play works better in this era.
Yeah.
it's just like you just need shooters out there.
Yeah, length
So
all over.
yeah,
Great interior presence with Kareem, of course. Worthy
exactly.
was that 3 and D type guy before his time, doing
Right,
his thing.
right.
Magic being the six, 7 point guard, whatever back in the
Yeah,
day.
6'9", I think. Yeah,
6'9" point guard, do it all point guard.
yeah,
Surely could still get his game going today as he did back then. We have to get his shooting improved a little bit, of course. And I
right.
know there's jokes about that, but I think the other part too, I think guys adapt to the times they're in as well. So
Exactly.
surely Magic and Kareem, it wouldn't just be sky hooks and flashy passes as they do. They would
Sure.
adapt to today also. But yeah, I think that team definitely could hold up, as well as obviously that Kobe and Shaq team.
Yeah,
Was
I think that's my answer though.
but
Kobe
yeah,
and Shaq.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, I mean, like as much as the Showtime era Lakers, like in that style of play, I think fits probably better. And in
Uh-huh.
the Kobe Shaq era is a little bit more of a slowed down game and running the triangle offense. I think, as you said, the Showtime era could adapt. I think they would also adapt.
Mhm.
And because these are two top 10 all time players, maybe. I mean,
Yeah,
obviously you got Magic and Kareem there too, but we've seen them play closer to this era too. Like we saw them play
correct.
into the late 2000s or mid 2000s. So yeah, I think Kobe and Shaq more so, honestly, just the physical specimen that he was
Mhm.
and the unguardable nature that he had. I think he leading like this Lakers team and then Kobe being that 1-2 punch with him. It'd be hard for many teams to beat that. They went what, like 15-1
Yeah,
in their run to the finals in one of
yep.
those years. Only combated by, I guess, like the 2017, 2018 Warriors or whatever that is. So yeah, I think it would probably be Kobe Shaq era Lakers.
Yeah, yeah. Same thought. I agree that they would be the top dog that would hold their own today. We'd love to see how they play with the change of pace that has happened since the time that they were playing and how they would adapt to it. But in regards to layout of the team, having those two surrounded by shooters, a couple
Yeah,
3 and D guys is very much a blueprint of today. So they should be able to hold their own. And would have loved to see that. But
yeah,
again, as you also pointed out, I think Showtime would actually hold up very well in this era too. And to the point about we done with the 90s and 80s and all of that, we see teams that still could put up real good performances, even translated to today. I think, and just wanted to find a way to give them praise yet again in the midst of the discussion going on. So yeah, just a lot of fun stuff going on across sports right now with all the talk going on. Trying to combat the hate a little bit as you can, and
yeah.
excited for to see where the competition evolves to as things play out. So
Absolutely.
a lot of fun stuff going on there. Going back to Lakers today and what's going on with them. I didn't even pull it up. My bad. Let me see.
Yeah, you're good. You're
They
good.
just last played. We got the D'Lo game a couple
Yep.
days ago, and he cooked. Did you watch that game? What did you think about D'Lo going out versus the Bucks?
I did. That was the same game as LeBron with Genie Busted
Oh,
and the
yes,
Rabbits. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, D'Lo had his 44, and yeah, he was cooking offensively. It looked like
Mhm.
he could
Respect
do no
him.
wrong. The basket was 3 times the size for him on Friday night. He could not miss. He had the game ceiling floater as well.
Yep.
And then I thought my eyes were deceiving me when I saw Spencer Dinwiddie get the game sealing block on
Nope.
Damian
Nope.
Lillard. I
Nope.
thought I thought for sure Damian Lillard was gonna win that game for them. So that was quite a surprise for me to see them seal it on the defensive end. And it was a great win without LeBron on the floor. Obviously, LeBron did work off the floor, but without LeBron on the floor, that was a good win for the Lakers against the Bucks for sure.
Absolutely love to see that as we continue to get closer to the playoffs and want to see guys step up as we need them to. Seeing a guy like D'Lo show that he can be potentially that third option we've been waiting for somebody to clearly stand themselves as was great to see, and hoping that it continues on the rest of this season. So yeah, love that. Quiet the D'Lo haters for at least a day. And but yeah, excited for what's to come. Hopefully he continues his play as things go on. Beyond him, anything else from that that stood out to you, or you want to just go into what's on the way?
I'm trying to think anything else from that game. Like Reeves stepped up as well.
Mhm.
It's nice to see the guys step up in LeBron's absence. You just would like to see that next to LeBron too. And I know sometimes that can be easier said than done because LeBron's more of a heliocentric type player where the
Right.
ball is going to be in his hands a lot and you have to play off of him more. But it would be
Yep.
great to see D'Lo have maybe not 44, but having those 25-point games like next to LeBron and AD as well too. So hopefully we can kind of find that mix a little bit better. I know the rotation gets shorter with him out, which is good, and so hopefully Darvin Ham can be more consistent with his rotation, as
Please.
well as hopefully Gabe Vincent and Vanderbilt are coming back, and that's another thing he's gonna have to figure out rotation wise.
Forgot they
So
exist.
yeah. So I'm hoping we can get that right. But yeah, I mean, it was a positive to get a win over a good Bucks team. And maybe that's just something else for Doc Rivers to be a little bit concerned about on the other
Right.
side of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. We both right after the All-Star break shared our thoughts about what the ceiling was for the team. Has anything in the last week changed your thoughts on that, or you still think we kind of are headed to where we said we were in regards to potentially like another Western Conference appearance, and that may be it, or you think these finals are in reach?
Yeah, I think ceiling is Western Conference Final because I don't think anyone's beating the Nuggets. So
Got it.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I could see them going on a run and getting back there, but I still don't think anyone can do anything with Jokic at this point.
Mhm.
So yeah, that would be my
Yep.
ceiling for them.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Also, in that, we have to acknowledge our side. I don't want to be a blind Laker fan that just says, "Oh, we're playing good," and just talk about in a vacuum. We
Right.
know that's very much based on positioning as well. We want to make sure we get one of these young squads early on in the playoffs. Try maybe even as good as they are, we see that we could play well against like a squad like the Thunder. They are a top seed in the West right now.
Right.
Potentially the Timberwolves, who now are hampered by Cat being out, and he will be
Right.
back for the playoffs. But him coming back for injury, he
Yep.
may not be quite the same player as they were when they were the top seed as they've been most of the year. So yeah, we can get the right positioning and make sure we handle the playing as we need to and all of that. There can be a high ceiling, but yeah, definitely need guys like D'Lo we talked about to continue to step up in order to achieve whatever our max potential can be. So yeah, we'll continue to cover it all to that point as we do each week. Looking at the schedule coming up, we had the Timberwolves tonight, right on cue, and we'll talk about that as it gets underway potentially. We have the Kings on Wednesday, and then we have the Warriors on Saturday, and we'll be back by the time they play the Hawks. So
Yeah.
by this time next week, Alec, how will we be looking?
Yeah, it's a winnable game. Honestly, all three are winnable games, but it is more winnable tonight with Cat out, as you mentioned.
Yep.
That's one I think they really need to take advantage of. Anthony Edwards, without Cat, stepped up offensively in that Pacers game. He was huge at 44, and that high flying acrobatic block that he had to win the game. The next
Right.
game against Cleveland, it was pretty off offensively, but I think that's just because he had to carry the load. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Ant have a big game in this one because we kind of struggle against perimeter players, especially without Vincent and Vanderbilt to guard on the perimeter.
Right.
But I do think it's winnable between these three. It's hard for me to see the Lakers winning 3 in a row, or I guess that would be 4 in a row. So I think I would say 2-1 because I do think they can take care of business against some of these teams. So I'll say 2-1.
Yeah, that sounds right. People have been joking a lot about what's Pat Bev's tour been called? The Belt to Ass tour, whatever it's
I don't
called.
even. I don't know. Is that
His revenge
something? The
tour.
belt to ass tour?
his revenge tour
God.
or whatever. I just bring that up because low key we might get a couple revenge games from D'Lo versus the Timberwolves tonight and then the Warriors on Saturday. So we'll see if it's beats A for LA this week as well. So we'll be tuned into all of that. But 2-1 just sounds about right. Obviously, we'll talk about the other two at the bottom there once we get to it. But yeah, I think we should be able to get 2 more in this upcoming week, and hope that we are continue to move in that right direction because every win counts, especially this time of the year, and we need to start racking these up as need be. So yeah, very excited for it all. We'll be back after the Warriors Lakers game next Saturday, which will be a fun reaction video.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
make sure you guys are tapped into that. Surely that's always a fun game. Hopefully everybody's playing in that one, so it could be headline news for everybody as those games seem to be. And yeah, excited for all us on the way with the Lakers squad. So yeah, that's a lot of LA talk, a lot of Lakers talk. Make sure, as you noted, continue to follow us on LA Sports Report. A lot of great stuff going on there on all platforms.
Yeah.
Those on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the show there. And yeah, we'll make sure we continue to bring great conversations about our squads to you as things go along. A lot of talk about the Lakers just now, as we did going to the other side with the Clippers. Quiet week headline wise,
Yeah.
but have had a bit of up and down in just in regards to. I noticed that I think who was it? PG was hobbled throughout this week again. Who else was? There were a couple things that just quietly going on with the Clippers that weren't as big of note in comparison to what was going on with USC and the Lakers and all of that. You've been tuned into the Clippers all this week.
Yeah, I mean, as you see here, they lost to the Bucks twice
Right.
in the span of a week. But I mean, the Bucks are a good team, but yeah, I think what you're referring to is like PG and Kawhi have been like listed questionable the last couple games, and they didn't play today against the Bucks.
Right.
So it was kind of a shorthanded Clippers team against the Bucks today. It was led by Harden and Norman Powell. But yeah, I mean,
PJ Tucker got his first point in like 2 weeks. Salute to him.
Only 2 weeks. I feel like it would be longer than that.
It might have been longer, but yeah, I saw at least the last 2 weeks, and it was all zero.
Okay.
So
yeah,
guys back in, on the scores board.
Yeah, back in the box score for sure.
Score,
Bones Highland got some minutes too as well.
Yep.
But yeah. I mean, not a whole lot to talk about. Like they beat the teams that they should for sure. In the Rockets and the Bulls, and then two tough matchups against the Bucks. They could have won that first game, but kind of let Dame get off, I think, for 40 in that because Giannis didn't play and they still lost that game.
Right.
So that's one that you wish you could have got. But yeah, like as you said, really not a whole lot to talk about. Obviously, they're playing without Russ as well too for a little bit with the broken hand, and I believe he had surgery at the beginning of this week.
Yeah.
And they hope there's no timetable, but hope to get him back for the playoffs. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it in terms of news for them.
We'll keep it short with them then, and we'll go on as we did. By this time next week, they'll play the Timberwolves themselves on Tuesday, the Bulls on Thursday, and then the Pelicans on Friday. And we'll be back by the time they play the Hawks on that Sunday. So by this time next week, Alec, how will the Clippers be looking?
Yeah, I think they can get the T-Wolves coming off the Lakers game and with at full strength with Kawhi back. I think they get the Bulls again. Pelicans are a tough matchup for them. I could potentially see them dropping that, and the Hawks, I think they get. So I'll say 3-1 for the Clippers in the next 4.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm agreeing with you there. Things should play out. They should continue to work back to that top form that they were in heading into the All-Star break, especially as we're gearing up for this playoff push that we know with the Lakers and things as well. So yeah, those 3 games that we should be done. You said the loss with the Pelicans, maybe?
I said the Pelicans potentially.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I think Zion's really been turning up quietly.
Pelicans quietly have been playing really good ball. Yeah,
not a team to take lightly. But the Clippers being the top squad themselves, surely will put up a good fight versus them. So we'll tune into that as well. But yeah, just fun with the Clippers there for sure. Again, fun across all of LA. Those tuning in again to this part. Again, make sure you are tuned into LA Sports Report. A lot of great stuff going on across all platforms. For those watching on YouTube, subscribe to the show, and we'll make sure we have continued great conversations for you each week. So yeah, good stuff across the board there. That really wraps it up in regards to our main LA topics. As we go on to other things, something of note I wanted to mention somewhat. I guess you kind of see it here in regards to the Bulls, also tying to LA in a way. But Yuri Bruin, our former Laker, Lonzo Ball has been made clear for advanced basketball activities. And just excited to see him back. And you've been a big fan of his from the jump. Any thoughts on Lonzo and his grind back to a return next season?
Yeah, I mean, I miss seeing my dog out there, man. Like he's been out. It's like been 2 years now, I believe, a little over 2 years since he's been on the floor. I guess it's been a rough recovery. It seems like a couple steps forward and then a little setback in his recovery a lot of the time. So I know it's been tricky with his like lower body injuries with the knees and leg injuries. So hopefully he can come back full strength. And we talked about it. They were the 1 seed when he was healthy and playing for the Bulls. Right. They were humming and had one of the better defenses in the league too. And it would seem like they had a great dynamic there with him and Levine and DeRozan and Caruso and all them. So hopefully he can get back to full strength, but I don't even know if it will be for the Bulls when he comes back, to be honest.
I was going to ask you, it's been, like you said, Daniel, 2 years since he was last a part of that victory they were hoping to develop there in Chicago. Do you still think where things are headed, that the Bulls are the right fit for Lonzo, or would you like to see him go somewhere else?
I mean, I think he still would be a good fit. A lot of that core is still there, you know, so I think it'd still be a good fit, but I don't know if they're willing to stick it out with him. Just him
They
having
seem to be patient with them.
so much
So
time. Yeah, they have been patient to this point. But just with the amount of time that he has missed, and with this core seeming like without him that they've kind of maxed out, like they kind of have just been floundering. They've
right.
been getting great play from Kobe White, and so like maybe they want to lean some into that going forward. I don't know if they really see him being a star for them, but like other guys have stepped up a little bit in Lonzo's absence. So
Yeah.
it'll be interesting to see what they decide because it feels like they've just kind of been a team that's been floundering for the last couple of years since he got hurt. So
Yeah, very much so. We never got to see that team with that trio reach its peak as they had desired, just because injuries across the board with them.
yeah,
So seeing with well, again, just seeing where Lonzo was at when he first gets back, he shows he still has a lot of great basketball left in him. I would love potentially to see what that trio could do yet again. I
yeah,
know Bulls fans are kind of on the fence. They're one of them middle of the pack squads that potentially could pull the plug. But if they can't get Lonzo back playing at a good level, it could salvage that for at least another season and then go from there.
yeah,
A lot of talk about trading Levine, like we talked about with the Lakers this trade deadline, all kinds of stuff. So holding out hope for one more run with him with that trio as they could be, and hope for the best with them. Going beyond there though, and seeing just hypothetically where else he could go. Did you say any other names you like to see him play for?
Who would be a good fit? Like who kind of needs a? I mean, I think.
Real quick, just to throw out one, when I pulled up this tweet as I saw it, people talking about it earlier on today, folks were saying the Suns would be perfect
I was
fit.
just about to say that actually because they need a point guard. Like, yeah, like Devin Booker has absolutely stepped into that role as a playmaker, but they are certainly missing like a traditional point guard, and they could use the defense as well too. And then
Fact.
before he got hurt, he turned himself into a 40% 3-point shooter as well.
Yep.
So like very valuable asset. I think that would be a great fit next to them because obviously they have guys that can get their own shot, and then Booker has developed as a playmaker, but a true point guard probably would do wonders for them, just hitting them in their spots and creating easier baskets for them for sure.
Very much so. So, yeah, that was a name that came to mind for me as well. Just obviously with the conversation and stuff, but
Yeah.
on my own, we both see what could be over there. But again, we're root for him for what he's doing, whether it's in Chicago, Phoenix, wherever he goes. Hopefully, he has a great bounce back once he's back on the court next season and beyond. So, something I wanted to mention that caught my eye over the last couple of days. So good stuff there. Beyond that, going back to college a little bit, they just announced that the NCAA will introduce a new tournament next season with NIL deals as payouts. The 8-team invitational in Las Vegas, will guarantee $1 million be split among players on each team, with another $1 million to the winning team. Thoughts on the big NIL tournament being debuted in Vegas next season?
Interesting. Did they say why this is happening? I didn't even know about this.
This is all I kind of saw so far. I ain't see full explanations, but yeah, they trying to get kids paid for real.
I mean, that dope that the players are getting paid. Like obviously, like we know that the NCAA is making billions off of them. So
Right.
this is kind of crumbs. Like if they're willing to give out millions, they're making a lot more money
Exactly.
than they're giving out. So obviously great for these young athletes who are who the NCAA and these schools are benefiting so much off of that they're able to get more of a cut now as young athletes too. So I mean, I'm all for players getting paid for sure.
Yeah, love to see it. You're gonna be interested to see what teams do get picked to be in the tournament. Also, them being in Vegas, getting the meal, it could lead to some fun times. So hopefully they got it all under control. But yeah, should be good stuff. And all 4 kids getting paid as they deserve in college. So yeah, we'll be tuned into that for sure. Let me see what else I wanted to pull up.
Did Cooper Flag commit to Duke? I forget.
He did commit to Duke, yeah.
Okay.
On that topic of Duke, we're getting the old Duke back in some ways. The Duke NC battle went down a couple of days ago, and we saw Filipowski, if we say his name, tripping dies on North Carolina.
I think it's a Grayson Allen special.
Keeping the tradition alive. You think Cooper Flag will follow his tradition, or you think Cooper will kind of play it safe during this time in Duke?
No, they said Cooper Flag got hood tendencies, man. Like he out there hooping like one of us, man. I don't know if he's got Grayson Allen in him. He's more of a real hooper out there. So I don't know if we get the tripping antics. I think he can let his game do more of the talking for sure. But he should be an exciting player. in the college level, but he looks NBA type polished already. So I'm excited to see what his career develops into. But man,
Right.
Duke got to stop it, man, with these white boys.
Listen, again, they got to stop it. And again, when it gets physical, where it got to get hurt, I'm not for it. But as I said earlier, hating sports is a beautiful thing. So to a certain extent, I'll allow it. So
to be a good villain.
Into that, yeah, good stuff. We'll see how these guys fare in the NCAA tournament, which is gonna be a lot of fun. We'll be covering the Pac-12 tourney as that on the men's side as that's underway this week. We'll have more talk about all of that as that gets going. But for now, that was just something quick I wanted to point out. Anything else of note? Anything else on your mind right now you wanted to point out?
I don't know. I don't think so.
That's it. Let me see if I can find anything else.
Baker Mayfield got paid.
We'll have more of an NFL focused episode later on in the week as free agency gets started.
Mac Jones got traded, or he's getting traded.
There are some big moves already being made, some small moves being made. Mac Jones got traded. And we'll have more deep dive on that. Wanted to talk about some of the options the Chargers could be making at running back, amongst other things, of course.
Joe Burrow linked up with the Don.
Yeah. Oh. Is this the end of the run for your king?
Oh man, that hurt. That hurt. When you sent that to the group chat, that hurt. I can't lie, man.
Out.
I can't lie. I hope it was just a photo op, man. Hey, I don't know if you saw more of the video. I don't know if you saw more of the video from like this scenario, but hey, Nick Bosa was giddy, man. He was like the most excited.
We've been knowing that though.
No, he was the most excited I've ever seen that man in his life, dude. He looked like a kid in a candy store. He was cheesing. He was like high-fiving everybody around him. Like, did you see? Did you see? But no, Joe Burrow, man, please don't do this. Please don't do this. People were asking you to be the savior against Mahomes after Lamar folded against him, man. We can't have you having Donnie ties, man. We can't have this.
I forgot the full conversation last season, but folks are already trying to turn on Burrow for whatever reason, saying he was a little too cocky, or I forgot what it was. People were
the whole Burrow head thing that
the whole Burrow head, all that kind of stuff. So they're already on his head about that. Now this is as the ultimate flame to the fire of folks that were feeling the way about him. So at least there's no thumbs up. That's a saving grace, but that's a big smile there, Joe. Be careful.
Yeah, you can't be cheesing next to the dog, man. You could at least went straight face, man.
Yeah, man, straight face. Play it cool with the glasses on. It is what it is. But oh man, a lot of folks are going to turn because of that, and it is what it is. But you still think the Bengals? You talked about Joe and how you were somewhat rooting for him as he's been playing. You think they bounce back in a great way this season, or you think it's going to be more the same from last season with injuries and things kind of hobbling them?
No, I think fully healthy, like barring injury to Joe, I think they can make another deep run. They're bringing back T. Higgins. They franchise tagged him, right?
Yep.
So they're gonna have that core still here. I think the defense has been solid for them in these previous seasons, and so I mean, I think it's gonna be still kind of a bloodbath in that AFC North because you got the Ravens there, you got the Browns who. If Deshaun can figure things out, nasty man, they pose a threat as well.
Yeah, they just got Jerry Jeudy too.
Yeah,
I'm just throwing out moves that's happened. Whatever.
I'm out on Jerry Jeudy, man. But they did make that move. That was a move they made for sure. And who's the fourth team now? Oh, the Steelers. The Steelers might be like in the market for a new quarterback as well, so that could be interesting depending on who they bring in. So it'll be a tough division, but I do think the Bengals. I guess you probably look at them as the second best team right now after the Ravens, just giving them that respect after how good they looked last year. But I do think the Bengals will be a formidable threat for sure come playoff time.
Got it. Definitely gonna be a fun AFC North as always. Gonna be fun, regardless. Just with the three teams that have been playing well, and then we'll see what the Steelers do. And regardless of the QB situation, talks about them potentially signing Russell Wilson as our next guy. Already has been ramping up. As he already is fielding a few talks with a few squads there, the Giants and I forgot who the last squad was, but he already seems to have a market
Raiders, maybe?
or in the Raiders potential that it was. He loves those big markets, all Vegas and Pittsburgh's the odd one out, but they have such a strong brand that he definitely would be a big figure playing for that squad. How you feel about him getting the looks that he's getting after the season that he had in Denver?
Yeah, I mean, I think the season that he had in Denver maybe helped him a little bit, just because the previous one was terrible.
Yeah,
And he kind of showed that he's not that bad anymore. Like, he's not completely washed. He does have a
right.
little bit of juice left. He doesn't quite have as dynamic of an arm as, I guess, he used to have. He used to be a huge deep ball threat. Like, someone posted like the highlights from like like early like 2010s when he was throwing to like Doug Baldwin and something like that. It's always hilarious when they do that. But he doesn't quite have that deep ball anymore. But I think he has a little bit left in the tank,
Yeah.
and he can be like, he's an upgrade from who the Steelers have now. And
Yeah.
Kenny
Pick off?
and Mason Rudolph.
It's over, man.
Yeah, like that's a significant upgrade to at least get, I guess at this point in his career, a game manager that's been there before.
Yep.
I think that would be a huge plus for Mike Tomlin to get him in there, because he's been able to do a whole lot with really bad quarterback play. So to get at least a stable guy, I think would be big for them. So yeah.
Yeah. Bias aside, I know I'm a Ravens guy, but I do think that would be a good pick for them. I think it would work for both sides, as you pointed out. And yeah, we'd love to see Russ. I don't know if I say love to see Russ, but if he does well, salute. If he does bad, it is what it is. But I do think that could be beneficial for both sides and continue to where we started, make AFC North very fun with Burrow bouncing back, Lamar trying to get this team over the hump. And the Browns doing their thing and all of that. So, yeah, another fun year for football. Going to be adjusting it all as the season ramps up. Excited for free agency getting fully underway over the next week. And we're back midweek at some point to have more of these talks as news breaks. So, yeah, just a lot of good stuff going on all around us right now. Those are really all the big topics of note at the moment. The last big thing is it's not really at all sports related, but the Oscars are going on right now.
Yeah.
Talking about Dune. You're going to see Dune tonight.
Yeah.
Are you going for the movie or for the bucket?
Hey, man. Relax.
The bucket tonight when you go see the movie?
Relax. I'm not getting the bucket, man. I'm not getting the bucket. I don't know what they were thinking when they thought of the design. But social media has been having a field day with the bucket. They said, Give me the bucket, no popcorn, extra butter.
extra butter.
But yeah, no bucket for me. I am hyped for this movie though, for sure. I did a rewatch of the first Dune, and that was solid, of course. But I'm excited to see this one on the big screen, because I didn't see the first one on the big screen. So I've heard nothing but praise for part 2. So I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm on board too. Haven't seen it just yet. We'll try to see it this week myself. But yeah, a lot of great reviews. Everybody seems to love it. The first time I watched it kind of by accident. Like I saw it, the first Doom was on streaming. Turned it on and didn't really understand what I was jumping into.
Right, so it's very sci-fi. Yeah,
very, very sci-fi, very slow. The first one, very much laying the landscape for what's about to go down. Right. The second one, from all that I've seen, so yeah, I wasn't prepared for that. So immediately I fell asleep. So I got to give it a rewatch and properly understand what I'm getting myself into before I watch the second one, because it says it's a lot of great storylines playing out, a lot of performances, and I want to make sure I'm fully aware of what's what as it all goes down. So fun stuff there. And you think that, or just as the Oscars are tonight, what was the best movie you've seen up to this point? I guess this last year.
Yeah, like I was telling my dad, I've seen 6 of the 10 Best Picture nominees.
Mm-hmm.
I think of those, like Oppenheimer was the best movie I saw.
Yeah.
American Fiction might have been my favorite that I saw this year. I really liked it.
I didn't see that too. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, with Jeffrey Wright. Really, really funny movie. And it had real heart. It was a family story at the heart of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like really like those 2. What else I saw? I saw Holdovers.
What do you think about the whole plagiarism talk going on right now about that movie? You saw anything about that?
Is that plagiarism talk? For which movie?
The Holdovers, like they took their whole script from somebody else and like copy and pasted.
I haven't heard that. I hadn't heard that talk actually, so I can't add to the discussion because I don't know what that's about.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, what was like your favorite thing that you saw this year?
My movie viewing in the last year fell off. I was big
It
on
did. You were on Letterboxd.
I
You
was
fell
on, I
off.
was on, I was on Letterboxd heavy. I've leaned
Yeah.
more back into the music side. So
Okay. Yeah.
we can talk music all day long. I got the Blue Lips album already on vinyl here behind me and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So I can talk music all day. But my movie viewing has slowed down a bit. I've been watching shows a lot more when I have time.
Okay.
But in the last year, I'm already blanking on what I've even seen.
Oh,
But
Killers of the Flower Moon. Did you see that?
I didn't see Killers of the Flower Moon.
Okay.
I didn't see
You saw Oppenheimer
American
though.
Fiction. I saw Oppenheimer and I saw Barbie. So
I saw Barbie too,
those two. So I'll give Oppenheimer the nod, and I guess this gives me a reason to get back. Usually summertime, once things open up for everybody, I got more time to sit down and chill. I'll watch movies during that during the hot days and all of that, whatever. But yeah, I'll catch up at some point. But for now, I'll give Oppenheimer the nod and let it be what it is.
I do think Dune probably will be up for some awards next year. The way it's been talked about and the reception it's gotten, I think, yeah, it'll definitely be around come award season next year.
Yeah, we'll be back to talk about that for sure. But yeah, just something I wanted to note real quick. And yeah, just continue to pay attention to all that's going on around us. Fun stuff across the board. Appreciate everybody tapping into the streams, whether you're on YouTube, Twitch, or Twitter. Make sure you subscribe to the show wherever you're tapped into. We should show love back to you. The last thing, I guess, I don't have anything else, so we'll go ahead and jump into it. At the end of each episode that we do, we'll go ahead and go and do a couple of grids and see how these things play out. The grids today look decent so far as I'm pulling them up.
Also, real quick, I'll say appreciate everybody who's tuning in.
Yeah.
Drop a comment if you want. Interact with us as well, too. We love to interact with the comments as well.
Oh, my bad. Ad doing their thing again. All right.
What ads you got today?
No, nothing crazy. But here's the I call it game for the day.
Okay,
this
let's see what game we got.
Like
Bulls Pacers.
Bulls Pacers. Bulls are the home team. I always miss the logo. There's the Bulls. The Pacers are right here.
Yeah.
Boom. Next round of the year. Who's playing in this game?
Let's see the jerseys.
That's Levine.
Is that Oladipo?
That's Oladipo. That's TJ Warren. That's Sabonis. Yes.
So is this before? Did they get traded to OKC, or were they there after? They were there after, right?
Was that the PG trade?
Yeah, because obviously Sabonis wasn't much in OKC, but he turned into a star kind of.
I think Sabonis started in OKC.
Started in OKC, yeah.
Then went to.
So that's probably 2017.
Is this Chris Dunn right here? Yeah, that's about 2017. There have been talks about on TikTok and stuff about guys who thought were going to be the one and never quite panned out. Amongst others, Chris Dunn was a guy I saw at Providence when he was in college and thought he's going to be one of the next great lockdown.
Yeah. He's still hanging around in the league.
He's still around. It's been great, but didn't quite have the peak that I thought he was going to have. But yeah, I think he popped off around that 2017 time frame. I agree with you there, and hopefully that is right. Oh, a little bit later.
Probably it must be 2018 then.
Yeah, it can't be much later than that. 2019.
Wow, 2019. Wow, okay.
It was that late, but so be it. We'll take the L on that. Going from there. Oh snap! I can't go back, but I'm pretty sure this is a regular season game. Yeah. I didn't see the date, but yeah, cool. From there, the coaches. Was this
Bulls? Is that what's his name? It's I don't know how long he was there, but there was a Hoiberg.
Oh yeah. To do that, there was that one game where Levine was mad on the sideline, like, "Why aren't you playing me?" I forgot, but yeah, I knew what you're talking about. Fred Hoiberg.
I think you clicked the Pacers for
Yeah,
I think Hoiberg.
Fred Hoiberg for the Bulls, for the Pacers. Before Carlisle, they had somebody for a while, didn't they?
Was Vogel still there?
Oh,
they said this is 2019. I know, he won with the Lakers in 2020. Was he there right before?
I think he was.
Frank.
Oh,
It'll be
not,
Frank. Yeah.
not Frank. All the same shit.
Was there anyone in between?
Oh no, we didn't get either of them.
So
Was this a Woodson
McMillan
year or McMillan year
McMillan for the Pacers.
for the Pacers? I got no shot for the Bulls then.
Bulls.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Who have they had for the last couple years? Because it's been the same guy for the last couple.
I forgot, but they had
Like he was like the OKC coach, right,
Donovan,
before?
Billy Donovan, and they had Hoiberg, I thought.
Yeah.
They had Thibodeau for a while, of course.
Oh wow. You could try Billy Donovan for the Bulls.
Nope. Jim Boylan.
Boylan.
That actually might have been the guy we thought was Hoiberg instead, actually.
Yeah.
But so be it. Players, they gave us a lot of pictures here, so hopefully this will help. Well, for the Pacers, we got 9 of them. We already said Sabonis.
Yeah.
Oladipo. We said TJ Warren.
Yeah.
T.J. Warren. Oh no.
Would
That's not TJ Warren?
Would what's his name from Arizona?
Who's that?
McConnell? I don't know. Was that Thad Young?
Oh, maybe. Thaddeus Young, good call. Is this Corey Joe?
Maybe. Oh. Yeah. You can try it.
Been around forever. Yep, Corey Joe. I got Sabonis. Who's this right here?
I would say is McConnell on this team? TJ Leaf might be on the team as well.
TJ Leaf. Lonzo saved that man's career.
He really did. He gave him a career.
TJ Leaf. He probably didn't play in this game.
Yeah.
Like you said, TJ McConnell.
Yeah, TJ McConnell.
Arizona great.
Yep.
Nope. Is this Bogdanovich? Who's this? I don't know.
Could be. Could be, yeah. Can't really see his face, but
respectfully, have the same build, respectfully. So I don't know.
you could try it if you want. Yeah. Which Bogdanovich is that? Bogdan?
The one on the Knicks right now, the one on the Pacers for a minute.
That's what I'm saying. Is it Bogdan? Yeah, I think Bogdan.
Is it? I thought Bogdan was the one on the Hawks. I thought this one's Bojan.
You think he's Bojan? Oh, okay.
Yeah, Bojan. There you go. All right. Who else can we get? We got that. Who has the ball right now?
Bogdanovich.
Oh, Bogdanovich again. Got Oladipo. There we go. Thad Young. Yeah, we got
the 5 on the floor. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's go Bulls.
Yeah.
That's Laurie.
Oh yeah, Laurie, Levine. Would like Wendell Carter be on this team?
I don't know if Wendell Carter just got there. I think he got there the next year, but maybe that's him. Maybe it is him.
Who's that?
I'll try it. Wendell. Oh yeah, there you go. That's him.
Who's that in the corner? Oh, is that dude from? Was he on the Bulls? I was thinking of that dude who was on like Minnesota, who was kind of a bust, like Jarrett Culver or whatever.
Oh, was he already there? What year did they say this was? 2019?
2019.
I think it's probably Minnesota. Yeah, that's him. But we're going for 11. We got 1, 5, 4. We got 9 of them.
Okay, we need 2.
Somehow get 2.
Who else would be on Chicago? Was like Denzel Valentine?
Denzel Valentine. That's a good call. Denzel. Oh, I thought he was.
He might not have played.
Oh, okay.
Did we start Vucevic already? Was he there?
No, who's on Orlando?
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, because that was the trade for Wendell.
Yeah. I got nothing else. I'm gonna take my 9. Somebody in the comments could help us out, maybe, but that's all I got.
Damn, who else would have been on the Bulls? Is there like a C.J. Watson?
What does do? What does do?
I don't know.
Oh, all right. Yeah. Okay. Is that C.J. Watson?
Yeah. Nope.
No. Yeah, I got nothing else. We have to call it.
Shit. Okay.
Pressing buttons. All right. So be it. See all players. Ryan R.
Oh, that's the Villanova dude. RCD,
Chandler Hudson, Jabari Parker,
Robin Lopez,
Darren. Oh, we've heard to say Miles Turner. Of course.
Hey, who's Antonio Blackney?
I don't know, man. I ain't got nothing.
Jabari was at the end of that bench. Okay.
I hate when you recognize names.
Oh, Collinson.
Yeah. Evans.
We should have got Miles Turner.
Yeah. So, oh well. So be it. We'll get right next time. But so it is what it is.
The Bulls had a lot of nobodies, man.
Yeah. Lastly, last shot of the game.
It looks like close game. Okay.
Go ahead and say Levine. Nope.
Sabonis.
Nope. Oladipo. Yeah. No. That's fair. 41%, our lowest one for the viewers. We usually do higher than this.
I don't even remember this game, so that's what hurt us.
We play than this usually, so it is what it is. We'll take the L on that one. Going on from there, some of the grid options. Let me also pull this up. Always go slow. All right, there's that. Where's the last one? One more. I'll pull this up first. First grid, hoop grids, Pacers, Rookie of the Month, and the Bucks up top. Pelicans, not from the USA, and the Lakers at the bottom for one of those. For a crossover grid, they got 50 points in a game, the Nets and the Rockets. Then they have the Kings, the Cavs, and NBA All Defense. And then lastly, for Immaculate Grid, they got the Cavs, the Pacers, the Pistons, then the Nets, the Jazz, and the Rockets. So all decent grids. Some good tests here for sure. Where you want to start?
Let's start with the Lakers one.
The Lakers one. That's a good one. All right. So no hints or anything like that. We got to just guess for real. We want to put timer on the clock?
Sure. Yeah, put 7 minutes.
7 minutes on the clock. As I'm doing this, you can kind of already get your guesses in line. 5, 4, 3, 2, and here we go. So, Bucks and Pelicans. I feel like somebody just recently did that.
I didn't know, like Bucks and Lakers for the.
Was one of the Lopez's on the Pelicans? Robin Lopez, Brook Lopez. Wasn't he on the
definitely not Brook? Maybe Robin was, but I don't know.
Bang! I'll take that. Rookie of the Month for the Pelicans. Did Jordan Hawkins get one? The new kid?
You could try him. I don't know if he did, but you can try him.
Because he had that hot month where he was shooting the lights out.
Yeah.
Nope, he didn't.
What about like Herb Jones? Of the month is tough. If it was like the week.
Right. I think that's what it was. Herbert Jones did it. So it's going to be
Zion.
Going to be
who else was
B.I.
a for them?
TJ
McCollum wasn't a rookie there.
One a while ago.
Who was the last person you said?
TJ McCollum probably got one a while ago.
TJ.
His rookie year.
Maybe. You could do B.I.
He didn't get one. Maybe not with the Pelicans then.
Oh yeah, if it has to be with the Pelicans, then yeah.
Just to check. Yeah, it probably has to be with the Pelicans. So I can't think of anybody else
other than Zion.
rookie wise that would have got that.
Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis, Chris Paul. I think that counts for Pelicans because they cross over.
Yeah.
Uh,
You could try Chris Paul.
20. We'll do 20. So you got to get lower, but we'll take that.
Yeah.
Pacers and Pelicans. Pacers and Pelicans.
I don't know.
I got nothing on that one. Nothing on that one.
Not from USA. You could throw Bogdanovich in there. Like
did Darren Collison ever play for the Pelicans?
I don't think so.
I'll just try it. He did.
Oh, he did.
Okay. I'll take that.
Oh, there we go. 4. I'll say you can put Bogdanovich for the Pacers.
Thanasis. Oh, dang, he's high. All right. What did you say? Bogdan, who'd you say?
For Pacers, not from USA. Bogdanovich that we just did.
Boyan. Yep. All right. So Thanasis was too high. Y'all know Thanasis now. Who else was not from the US?
Pacers, Lakers. Did was Jody Meeks? Was he on the Pacers? I forget the other team he went to.
I always say Jody Meeks. I don't know. I can't remember what team he played for. I know he was on the Sixers, I think. And he played somewhere else too.
Try him for Lakers Pacers. Jody Meeks.
No,
not
the Bucks.
Damn, where did he play?
The Bucks.
Okay. Oh shit, he did play the Bucks. That's funny.
All right. So we got that one. 4 minutes on the clock still. We're getting the month not from the US. Luca is always the first name.
Yeah.
What am I blanking on? Just well, before that, we'll go Lakers. Lakers rookie of the month. Did Julius ever get one?
Did Julius ever get rookie of the month?
Julius Randle?
I don't know because I remember he missed his whole first year and then the second year was rookie year. You can try him. You can try him.
Did that count for his rookie year or no?
It does. Like the second year is his rookie year.
Yeah, because the first game of first season he got hurt, didn't he?
Yeah.
Okay, but it's still
it didn't look like he got one.
Lonzo, we just brought him up. Might be high. I don't know.
I don't think he got one. Yeah.
D'Angelo?
Maybe.
He didn't get one neither. Dang. Lakers rookie of the other month. I don't think Kuzma ever got one.
Drafted by the Lakers.
We had some good drafts now. Come on now.
I know in recent years.
Would Ingram count for the Lakers? Maybe is that maybe what the issue is?
Maybe.
Now he didn't get one for them either. All right.
Nope. I'm trying to think of a not as big name, because obviously like the Kobe's, Magic's, Kareem's.
Yeah.
Or Kareem wasn't rookie for the Lakers, but
as you do that, Lakers, Pacers. I think I said this before. Ronnie Turioff? Nope. Well, I know this would work.
Collison. Oh no, he didn't. He never played for the Lakers. He's always rumored.
Meta for sure. As a placeholder, if you think anybody, you got a minute 45 on the clock for the last two. If you want to swap out any names, you could do that also.
Lakers rookie of the month. It's not a freaking superstar. Kuzma?
If he's the one, all the names wow. That's
I remember that year, and me and Matt laughed about this, but like it was like, who's better, him or Jason Tatum? Because their numbers were like almost identical. Their rookie year.
Hold on, we got some news.
What news we get?
Allegedly, Sengun just had one of the worst injuries in recent. Oh yeah, his leg just folded on him. Nasty.
Oh, okay. I saw the Woj tweet where it said he got wheeled off, but I didn't know how bad it was.
Oh yeah, no, his whole thing just Yeah.
Disintegrated.
It's nothing pops out, but like you can tell he gets folded on.
It is
I'm gonna go
completely
ahead.
folded.
I live in the Kings tonight. I could have. Oh well. Could have saved him. Oh, I'm sorry.
There's no way you could have saved
All right.
it.
I should have said that. I should have said that.
All right. Well, prayers up to Sengun.
Yeah.
You can just throw Luca in there if you want.
Real quick, just from that, it doesn't show it,
Oh, okay.
but you can tell he gets rolled up on.
Oh, okay.
So
Rolled up
yeah,
on his own leg.
yeah. So prayers up to him. Definitely one of the better young bigs right now. Hopefully he returns back soon. Want to see him batch up. Had a great game versus Wemby the other day, and all of that. And love to see him continue to do his thing. Did he ever get?
Sengun? You gonna put Sengun in there?
I was gonna say, would he count for that?
Yeah.
No,
Oh, he didn't get it, I guess. Well, let's throw Luca in there and call it a day.
Yeah, whatever. Call it a day. Luca. Yeah, Luca. Gosh,
It
whatever.
wasn't even that high. It was 14%.
Ain't gonna show us any options. Did I miss it? No, I don't want to see. I'm trying to find whatever.
Cheesing with God.
Well, they ain't gonna show us the top options, I guess.
All right, we can do one more.
But yeah, let's do one more and call it a day. The last one, 2 options. Like I said before, 50-point game, NBL defense, all that stuff on that one.
Let's do this one. Right, 50-point
cool.
game. Yeah.
So, yeah, cool. So, for the timer, we'll just go for it. 9 guesses.
Fox. Who else for the Kings?
Monk may have had one, but I'm sure Fox had one. Sabonis might have had one.
Cousins.
I'm sure Boogie had one. We can go ahead and put him. Yep, that's fine. Just want to get
it right, yeah, because there's only 9
guesses. Get it right. Next and
did Marshawn play for the Kings at all?
Marshawn Brooks?
Yeah.
I feel like he did, but I can't stamp
Not 100%. Yeah.
I know the Nets for sure though.
Rockets Kings feels like someone recent.
Yeah. As soon as you see these, you just go blank, and I'm just blanking on right now. But for what we do know, 50-point game for the Cavs, LeBron and Kyrie, Donovan Mitchell.
Jeff Green, Rockets, Cavs.
Rockets, Cavs, Jeff Green.
Yeah.
Yep. High name.
33. All defense, Dwight for Rockets. Would he be?
That should count.
I mean, I know Orlando, yeah, but
right.
Hakeem obviously too, but
Hakeem, Tyson Chandler. I don't know if he didn't get it for the Rockets, but he was
probably
there.
Probably not for the Rockets, but yeah, he definitely got a defensive player of the year for sure. So
was DeAndre Jordan on the Rockets at some point? Wasn't he?
So.
No,
it was on Dallas.
Well, Capella might have one. Didn't Capella get one?
All defense? Yeah, you could put the Capella in there.
Oh wow, I thought he did.
Shit. Okay. All right. Well, we'll do the other ones.
Yep.
We know Hakeem would fit that bill. So
let me see if this works. I think this works.
Sky.
Oh my god! I could have swore he played for them. But so be it.
Not a Kings ball knower.
I know too much. I thought Skal Laviska is not a name you just know off the top of the head, but I thought he played for the Rockets and he didn't. So 5 guesses left. Let's just do what we do know.
This one, it has to be that they did the feat while they were in the jersey for this one.
I think this is what it is for crossover grid. So
I was gonna say Isaiah Thomas for Cavs, but Kyrie.
I think Darren Collison might work for this too. He's on the
Rockets.
Or maybe not. He has some crossover here, but whatever. I'll leave it. All defense.
No, but I think he did that for the Rockets. I was gonna say Kevin Porter Jr. But like Kyrie, LeBron, obviously.
Yeah. Here's a random one for this box right here. Nets and Cavs. Didn't Ramon Sessions play for both of them?
Cavs, he did. I don't know about the Nets.
I could have swore he was on the Nets too. I already took an L. I'll take another L for this one.
Go for it.
He didn't. I thought he did.
3 straight L's.
3 straight L's. The floor is yours now. You got focus what you're trying to do.
NBA All Defense, Nets. Jason Kidd.
Jason Kidd was All Defense? Yeah, okay. You know better than me.
Hey, respect me. Respect me.
Oh, you.
50 points, All Defense. Huh. I think LeBron's the easy answer here. Kobe also. Do Kobe. Fuck LeBron.
Didn't we just say? Whatever. Whatever. All right, you got 2 left.
Cavs. Did they have like someone like obscure get a 50-point game?
Did Williams? What was the guy's name? Williams.
Mo Williams.
Mo Williams. I saw he could have got one over there.
Or like Larry Hughes or something like that. I don't know if they touched 50 though. That's 50 is tough.
I think Mo Williams had one.
He might have.
But again, I've already.
You want to take a swing on Mo Williams?
No, it's your guess. The floor is yours.
All right.
You might do.
I don't think K Love ever got it because he was playing with Bron. Yeah, I would just throw Kyrie in there. Easy guess, but
play it safe. Yeah,
just trying to get him right.
Yeah. Oh, you could have a Kyrie for Cavs Nets.
True.
One guess. All defense. Yeah, Dwight. You said. We said
Hakeem for that.
Hakeem. Is that what you want to put?
I was trying to think of just like Nets players.
Did Harry Giles play for the?
Come on, man. Kings ball nowhere here. Come on.
Harry Giles played for the Nets too.
I don't know.
I'm trying it. Whatever. I'm the one typing. He didn't. What the hell? Where did he play? I could have swore he played for the Nets.
He went over 4.
That's crazy. Where did he play?
Oh man.
Did I click the right one here? Giles the third.
I think just Kings and maybe like in the
Nets. Ex-Net. He played for the Nets.
Did he actually play? Like, did he actually play for the NBA team, or was he just like G League? Or?
He averaged respectfully 3 points, 1.5 rebounds. He was there. He played. I don't know why they didn't count. They cheating me.
I don't know. Check on Skylar BCA too, or whatever.
That's crazy, Sky. Portland and Kings. All right, so I'll take the L on that one. I know I saw red with him at some point.
Yeah.
So be it. So yeah, whatever. Good stuff there. Fun episode today. Got to a lot of stuff. Appreciate everybody for tuning in as you guys do. Every episode we end with a grid. So if you guys want to help us out at some point next time we're around, we definitely appreciate that. For those tuning in on all platforms, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, all that, make sure you're following the show. Make sure you're also following LA Sports Report on all platforms. A lot of great stuff going on there. As we note throughout each episode, a lot of fun things on the way for sure as things continue to ramp up here in LA. And we appreciate the opportunity as you guys do. We're back midweek for a more NFL-focused episode as free agency gets underway. Some more previews about the Pac-12 tournament on the basketball side still. And, of course, more Laker Clipper talk as we do. But, yeah, fun stuff across the board for you guys. Appreciate y'all for tuning in as you guys did. Alec, be careful with that bucket tonight. And I'll see y'all again real soon, man. Any last word from you, Alec?
Nah, man.
All right, we out of here, man. We appreciate y'all. Peace.
Deuces.